Good evening and welcome into the rinks in Hauppauge, the South Rink to be exact, for our final game of the evening. JV hockey with Wally Mitchell on the camera. I'm Brady Campbell. It's the Northport Huntington Tigers and Sachem set to do battle in the final game of the evening. Well, both these teams, it's been a struggle so far. Sachem comes in at 1-5-0, just 2 points. They sit in 9th place. Last time out, though, was a battle of teams looking for their first win. On October 29th, they played Smithtown Hauppauge Blue, and Sachem eked out a 3-2 victory on the game-winning goal from Justin Hunter late in the third period to pick up the victory. Only 2 goals allowed in that one by Michael Walsh. Sachem, however, very banged up. They have 4 injuries and 1 suspension. Sean Feely suspended currently after scoring a goal in that game. But he got suspended after the fact. Joseph Ilg, Zachary Wellman, Tyler Payton, and Jack Mitchell all injured. Jack Mitchell, the brother of Wally, our cameraman, and suffered an injury playing for a travel team about a month ago, and they certainly have missed his presence along with some of their other players, but they'll look to keep things going against Northport Huntington, who is the only team in JV now in search of their first win. They're 0-5-1, just that 1 point in last and 11th place currently. Last time out on the 27th, 5-0 loss versus the top team, St. Anthony Black. Rex Moscati was in the net for that one. Step aside for a quick break. When we come back, starting goalies and the puck drop here for the Suffolk County High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Puck drop on the way between Northport Huntington and Sachem. First, the starting goalies for Northport Huntington. Number 31, Rex Moscati, has started all 6 games so far. Gave up 5 in the 5-0 loss last time out. 5.50 goals against. He's 0-5-1. For Sachem on the other side, why not go with the hot hand? Number 35, Michael Walsh. 4 games started. 3.79 goals against. He's 1-3-0 on the season. Picked up their only win last time out against Smithtown Hauppauge Blue. Tigers in the home whites going left to right. Sachem in the road grays going right to left. Check on the goalies, check on the clock. We're set, and the referee drops the puck. We are underway. Both these teams, a rough start to the season, but in much need of a goal. A win. A goal would go a long way in getting the win. We'll see who could get that ever so important first goal here tonight. Zachary Hesse doubles back, tries to bank it on to Hunter, and it comes right down for Hesse. Hesse dips the shoulder, he moves in, and he scores! Boy, Zachary Hesse, all things considered, has been a bit snake-bitten this season. That's exactly the start he and his team needed. Just using his speed to his advantage there. Kind of a broken play that worked out as he tried to pass it ahead to Hunter. Came back to him, and Sachem off and running, and here he comes again. Got through. Hunter couldn't get the shot away. Now it's Declan Kane. Reverses course. Taking possession back, Northport Huntington behind the goal. This is Jack Fernandez, swings it to the near side. Hunter intercepts to the high slot. Hunter being harassed the whole way by Mikowski, who stripped him of the puck and clears the zone. Hesse right back in. Just his 3rd goal on the season. Last year, he was one of the elite point getters for all of Sachem with the freshman team. Had a tough start here to his JV tender. Well, the big goal. On the puck again. Turns the corner, brings it in. Forced to the outside, going up against the Driscolls here tonight. There's 3 of them here on the Northport Huntington squad. Pass gets by Croix and out of the zone, and now it's a foot race that Christopher Quinn wins. Quinn on the breakaway, backhand, missed the net. Not sure if Walsh got a little bit of it. Quinn kind of ran out of room there, only had one move to make. Walsh was with him the whole way. Rutigliano lost the puck. Comes around and skating it back out now is Grayson Henderson. Henderson drops it off. Sieck over the line, tries to get the shot through. Blocked down, ends up on goal at the side of the net. Walsh able to pin it. Hesse's goal unassisted for the Sachem team that lost their first 5 to start the season. They've been outscored 26-13 in that span before the big victory last time out. They win the defensive zone faceoff here. And here they come. Payton back in the lineup. Couldn't get the backhand shot through. For the Tigers, meanwhile, they're the only winless team. They were shut out twice. Their only point so far coming in a 3-3 tie against Longwood 2 games ago. Now skating back into Giacomo. Fasaro took it away from him. Fasaro moves it across. Alexander Worrell to the outside, centers it. Blocked down in front by Ryan DiGiacomo. Payton with a reverse hit that time on Algieri, and here he comes, centers it. Rutigliano tried to center. Great defensive stick there by Aiden Junkins, and it's cleared down the ice. Sachem looking for a path out. Genesi applies the pressure. Feely back in the lineup as well. Trying to center, couldn't get it through. Picked off by Finn Driscoll. Finn Driscoll keeps it in play as everyone on his bench ducked. And down the ice it goes, Christopher Saguna. Gets it out, here's Hesse. 1-on-2 here, he's got Feely driving in as well. Tried to center it out of the reach of Feely. Now it's Cormac Driscoll. To Genesi, had it pop off his stick. Patrick Loeb, stick lifted by Finn Driscoll. Pops out and it's cleared out by Sachem. Algieri deflected ahead by Driscoll. Into the offensive zone, now it's Jackson Croix, gave it away, Genesi just backhands one to the net. Walsh with the cover. Played a little over 4 minutes. Hesse, the lone goal, just 28 seconds into the hockey game. Has Sachem out in front, 1-0. Down to the corner it goes. This is Henderson. Keeps the puck moving. Center pass on the wrong side of Sieck. Couldn't settle it. Portanova to the line and knocked out for Rutigliano, who will catch up to it. Nice spin. Rutigliano, though, draws a couple of checkers and is taken to the boards. And here's Quinn back the other way. Quinn towards the goal, just wide. Dunks on back to Fernandez. Keeps the play alive. Quinn turnaround shot blocked down. Shot from the point, bounces and skips in on goal where it's covered. Face off deep in the Sachem zone. Payton looking for a path out. Hesse into help. Payton, give it up to Sieck. Sieck. Harassed by Hesse and then checked hard into the boards by DiGiacomo. That's going to be a penalty. And the first power play of the game will go to Northport Huntington as we get the call. Linesman comes over to discuss with the referee. Power play here for Northport Huntington. Face off to the right of Walsh. One to the corner by Sachem. Dug free, however, and Northport Huntington goes to work offensively. DiGiacomo for roughing, the 2-minute minor. Mikowski, Janisi. Check to the boards. Mikowski takes it free. Janisi towards the goal. It didn't make it there. Siek reverses course. Mathery steps down. Janisi into help. Pops out to the circle. Couple players swat at it, and it's cleared back out by Saguna. Siek harassed by Hesse. I'll keep an eye on him, short-handed as well. Stretch pass, Janisi over the line. Nicholas Janisi shoots through traffic, blocker save Walsh. Halfway through the penalty. Kreusch up the boards. It comes back out. Mikowski on for Siek. Looks over his options. Leaves the puck behind, and Mikowski brings it in. Flips a shot on goal. Glove save Walsh. Nothing super dangerous towards the goal just yet here on the man advantage. Face-off one here, and the shot on. Stopped by Walsh. Another try. Glove save Walsh. Comes up with a big save that time to keep his team in front. Point shot gets through, and he flashes the leather. Now another face-off win. Here's Mathery down low. Half a minute left on the penalty. Backhanded backdoor. No one home on the other side. Stick tied up for Worrell. Mathery behind the net. 20 left on the penalty. His pass to Kreusch blocked. Payton gets on it with 15. Off the glove, up in the air. Held in for a moment at least. Second try comes back out. And that'll just about do it for the penalty. Kane gets spun around. Back come the Tigers. 2 seconds and 1, and we're back to 5 aside. Shot towards the goal, doesn't get through. Payton in the near side corner. And Sachem clears as Tigers 0 for 1 here on the power play. Got a few chances in the latter stages of the man advantage. Worrell back up the ice. Flips it in wide of the net. Walsh will leave it behind for DiPietro, who had a goal last time out for Sachem. Retigliano makes a move. Retigliano to the outside. Holding on to it. Spins it back down low. Hunter locked up with Junkins. And it gets flipped back out to center. DiPietro. Worrell with the pressure on the forecheck. Spun ahead to Hunter. Justin Hunter. Retigliano. Cuts back to the circle on goal. Right pad save by Mascotti. Hunter picks it up again. Mascotti with the stop. 2 big saves. Keeps his team within 1 here with 6:40 left in the opening period. Sounds like we might have just had a goal over on the north rink. Hearing a lot of cheers on the other side. In that varsity matchup, Travis Quigley with the call over there with Paul Trentini on the camera. Here's Hesse. Reverses course. And now Sachem will look for another path out. DiPietro in. Nice move. Gets taken down. Penalty upcoming against Northport Huntington. It's a tripping call. And indeed we did. And it was a game winner in overtime. The East Islip varsity team beats Ward Melville 4-3. Tierney Resinello, the game winner in the extra session. One more varsity game coming up over there. Be sure to tune in after the conclusion of this one. West Islip and Pat Med will go at it at about 9:40. So Sachem to the power play, already with the 1-0 lead. And Northport Huntington coaching staff wants an explanation as Nicholas Algieri heads to the box. And this is a long one. Now the Sachem bench wants to discuss things. Looks like everyone got the answers they needed to hear, if not wanted to hear. Now the face-off to the left of the goaltender Moscati, won back by Sachem as they go to work on the power play. Shot from Hunter gets slowed up on the way to the net, and it's covered. Play just took 7 seconds into period number one, or excuse me, into the power play. 5:59 left here in period number one. This time Northport Huntington sends it around the boards. It's held in by Saguna. Troy Lipiello couldn't clear. Retigliano holds it in. Retigliano. Saguna's pass got past Hesse. He's going to have to use this long strike. So back check. Lost the race. See it. Breakaway. Glove save. Walsh. Hesse, the bigger player, using his big strides there, but got out-muscled that time in the shorthanded opportunity. Trosiak realized just how much time he had as he pulled away from Hesse. He took a shot from the slot. Glove save, Walsh. Just Hunter out to Payton. Pass Retigliano finds the stick of Saguna. Saguna, Retigliano couldn't get it through. Hesse holds on to it down the wall. Trying to clear is Jack Fernandez, and he's helped out that time by Mikowski to get it out. 50 seconds left to look out. A save made. Meanwhile, Mikowski picks up the rebound, takes it behind the net as that puck was deflected back towards the goal right as Walsh was getting back into position. Hesse down this near side wing. We've seen what he could do from here. Turned back though. Slides it across, picked off and cleared down the ice. There's 30 seconds left on the power play. DiPietro from his own end. Forecheck from Matthew Cohen. Take away and flip back out to center. And just time for one last rush here for Sachem. Pass fanned on though, and Kane has to come back for it and take it all the way behind his net. That'll pretty much do it for Sachem's man advantage. Both teams now 0 for 1 on the power play. Kane back in, his shot muffled. And Loeb finds it in the far corner. Checked into the boards by Liam Matarese. Pops out in front for Feely. Stop point blank. Worrell skates it out. Matarese skates it in. Takes it wide on Kreusch. Cuts back. Looking towards the point. Loeb read that play though, and he picked it off. Junkins looking for a Worrell. Flicks it on, and Cohen back out. Pissarro couldn't quite reach it. And the shot from the outside goes wide. Feely heads in after it 1-on-2. Loeb into help. Pops up to the high slot. And Fasaro skates it out. Whirl over skates. Backhands it in for Loeb. 3 minutes left here in the opening period. Have not had a goal since the opening 28 seconds. Cohen wraps it around. Worrell gets on it. 2-on-2. Rush up the ice. Fasaro with him. Worrell snaps it off the skates of Fasaro. Down to the corner it goes. Fasaro looking in front. It popped off the top of the net and over. As Worrell got a stick on it. Portanova wraps it hard around. Algieri gets there. Sachem clears. Junkins moves it right back out. Feely knocks Sieck down to the ice. Worrell banks it back down. DiPietro. Pass picked off right off the bench. Delayed offside, I believe. The referee's actually the one that put his arm in the air and made the call. And the reason for that is we are missing a linesman. One ref and one linesman there right now, so the official pulling double duty. Sieck off the face-off, dumps it in. DiPietro gets to it, gives it away. Sieck from the circle, takes it behind the net. Under 2 minutes left in the period. Cuts back at the half wall, tried to snap a pass down low, getting in the way Saguna, and he'll clear. Junkins gave it up for Tigliano, offside, and the referee makes the call again. Face-off control by Portanova. Down it goes. Who's going to get it for Northport Huntington? It's Junkins. Reverses. Looking for Algieri. Gets there at the same time as Giacomo. And now Payton. Back down low. Junkins on it. Reverses. Gets past Giacomo. And that puck hit a skate where Tigliano couldn't settle it in the circle. Here's Payton. Payton tried to stuff it from a sharp angle. Could not. Northport clears on goal, no icing. And the official will make that call as well. Give a shout out to Mr. Becker, appears to be his last name on the back of his uniform. Rutigliano with the steal, the sharp shot gloved and played by Rex Moscati. Due to the urge of the officials, and back the other way, pass just out of the reach of Genesi. Final 35 seconds. Henderson towards the front. Rutigliano always seems to be in the right spot, took the pass away, and now Hunter up ice. Hunter centers. Only one there, Finn Driscoll. Under pressure, moves it to Mikowski, but not out, kept in by Sachem. And back out. 10 seconds left in the period. DiPietro. Fans on the pass. Look out. Mikowski couldn't wrestle the puck away. Back to Hesse it goes. That'll run out the clock here on period number 1. And number 6 with the only goal. 28 seconds in on the net front drive. 1-0 Sachem after 15 minutes of play. We'll be back for the second momentarily here on LI Sports Network. Let's win this period. The message of the Northport Huntington coaching staff to their team as they head back out onto the ice for period number 2. Brady Campbell with you alongside Wally Mitchell on camera. Period 1 won by Sachem by the slimmest of margins on the back and forth period, but Zachary Hesse's goal in the opening minute has his team ahead as the puck is down on period number 2. Sachem controls, and now it's Saguna. Up the boards and back out, and here's Kane. Kane over skates. Driscoll with the pressure. Both these teams combining so far for just one win on the season. With Sachem's last game, Northport Huntington has a tie, but looking for their first victory. They're hanging in there tonight against Sachem. Have been shut out twice, though, already in 6 games, and they're looking to avoid that here. Still a long ways to go. Snap pass under the stick of Hunter. Northport Huntington clears, delayed offside. Sachem touches up, pass deflected in. Mikowski. Janisi follows up and gets it deep. Hesse check to the boards. Mikowski keeps it moving. Missing the hit that time was Saguna. Finn Driscoll knocks his man down to the ice. That was Justin Hunter and held the puck in. Sachem looks for another path out. Clearing attempt held in twice. First time by Matarese, second time by Fasaro. Now a 2-on-2 battle. Matarese holds it in at the point. Matarese tries to open up for a shot towards the slot, flips one on goal, deflected, and Walsh keeps it out. Not the hardest of shots that time, but it got through. It did the job as it was deflected in front. Not an easy one for Michael Walsh, but he's just able to snag it and hold on. As Northport Huntington with a good start here to this period. Well, looks like our referee put on a linesman uniform as Feely brings it back in, say Mascotti, and he's able to hold on. Yep, that was referee Becker from period number 1, now wearing the linesman uniform. So much like the freshman and developmental division, we'll go with 2 linesmen, if you will, that will act as both the refs and the linesman. Portanova holds it in, taken away, cleared out, and here comes Northport Huntington up the ice. 3-on-2, Fasaro couldn't get it through. Followed up Worrell on goal, save Walsh. Rotigliano now, Sachem pushing ahead with numbers. Loeb to the outside, shot off a stick and wide. Feely to Portanova. Feely, Rotigliano calling for it. By the time the pass got there, it didn't, because the option that closed off, and it's cleared down the ice by the Tigers, and it's icing. .31 left here early in the second period. 1-0 lead for Sachem. So they win the faceoff forward. Puck up in the air, catches the netting, and out of play. And now they'll do the draw from the far side to the right of Rex Mascotti. Hesse wins it back. DiPietro, shot blocked, and look out here, it's Algieri charging ahead. Rather, excuse me, that's Driscoll shot block. Cormac Driscoll, number 80. Another try, Siak tried to sneak it top corner, and the blocker save punched out of play by Walsh. Well, the Tigers certainly come into this game knowing that they got to pepper Michael Walsh as much as possible, because he is just that good. And they've had their chances tonight. Good little sequence that time. Quinn with the check on Saguna as he moved it to Pietro. Saguna lets it go, gets past Payton and just out to the neutral zone. Tigers will touch up. That allows time here for Saguna. Over the line, but left it behind. He has to touch up. Meanwhile, still a battle for the puck. Over the line come the Tigers. Payton up the boards, not out. Shot doesn't make it through. And Tyler Payton will get it out for DiGiacomo. DiGiacomo trying to slide the pass through, could not. And here's Algieri. Payton. Checked by Driscoll. A little bit of a dangerous pass there. Siak, Portanova is able to hold it in, but then his pass got blocked. And back the other way come the Tigers. Pass towards the front. Quinn double teamed. Hesse takes the puck away. Hesse, full head of steam. Draws a couple Tigers, dumps it in, and he's the first one on it. Gonna get it past Junkins, though, around the boards and out. Puck catches an edge. It's gonna roll right in on goal to avoid the icing. Here's Quinn. Shot from the outside, gloved and held by Walsh. 10.5 remaining here in the middle frame as the Tigers still pushing for the equalizer. Face off deep in the Sachem zone. Genesi will take it against Retigliano. Mikowski draws the double team against the boards. Puck on the kick plate, now comes free to the circle. Genesi gets a stick free, shot on, doesn't make it through, still loose in the slot. Kick back door, and then cleared as it splits right through both defenders. And all the way down, Matarese will get to it. Snap pass, gets past Mikowski, no icing though, is deflected by Kreusch. And it slows up Kreusch and Henderson get there behind the net. Henderson trying to wrap it and stuff it, couldn't get it through. Kane, Matarese stepped up to keep it away from him. Towards the net and wide. All the way around it comes, Finn Driscoll. Towards the goal, pinballs around, and Hunter with some time will flip it out. Looking for Kane, Matarese knocked it down. Hunter checked and Mikowski, a breakaway. Mikowski, a stop by Walsh. Tried to go backhand. Walsh got over, Mikowski again, and Walsh denies. Tigers dialing up the heat here on Sachem, unable to solve Walsh just yet. Here's another look at that sequence. Mikowski. Walsh stays with him the whole way that time. He looks locked in right now. It certainly had to be. Another face-off here in the Sachem zone. Fanning on the backhand whirl, and it's covered. Do it again. Still available in the circle. It ends up wide. Fasaro greets DiPietro. Loeb trying to clear. Could not. Back down to the corner it goes. Hesse tied up with Fasaro. Tigers come away with it. DiPietro blocks the pass. We'll try the other side. And we get a whistle. I believe a penalty upcoming here. Interference. And I think it's against Sachem. Looks like DiPietro will head off. Jake DiPietro to the box. Second power play opportunity tonight for Northport Huntington. This period they've had everything but the goal, and now a golden opportunity to get it. .8:51 left here in the second. Face off though, won by Sachem, and they get the clear. Scotty will leave it for a teammate. Taken back though by Sachem and fired right back in. Now Hesse has a beat on the puck. And he puts it for himself in the corner. And now he's just going to pin it to the boards and try to eat more clock. And he is. Takes 3 Tigers to dig it away from him. They do. Nice move that time. Quinn, delayed offside. Had the stick taken out of his hands. That was close. It looked onside. But Sachem will get the puck in clear. Matherise. That's a teammate behind the defense. That's Mikowski. Settles the puck. Sachem drops back. His shot blocked. Siek holds it in. Now they'll try to finally set up the power play halfway through. Bouncing puck. Fernandez couldn't settle. Hesse picks it off. And he'll skate it ahead. Fernandez. Hesse has his stick tied up. Fernandez lost his stick. Mikowski jams it out. Mikowski, what a move there, and here he comes over the line. Mikowski trying to get through one more time, could not. Saguna and Kane on the back check. Hesse short-handed, huge poke check that time by the captain, Fernandez. Flips it, trying to get it through for Quinn. They would have had numbers there. Could not. Now it's Siek with 10 left. They do have numbers over the line. 2 players driving toward the goal. It got through, and no one could get a shot away. It hit a skate. That'll do it for the power play. Fairly dangerous. No great chances. Meanwhile, Quinn stumbles down, takes out Retigliano, and we play on. And here's Janisi back in. Takes the shot, Walsh the save. Halfway through, a little more than halfway through the hockey game. It's still 1-0. Both teams have had their chances, though. Siek towards the goal and wide. Feely off the boards and out. Sachem clears it back in. Delayed offside. They touch up. Siek, stretch pass. Great read, Retigliano. And here he comes charging into the zone down the wing. Shot on stick save, Mascati. Kreusch throws it towards the goal. Blocked. Another try blocked. Janisi gets it back out to center. Kreusch back in. Matherise gets to it. Look out. Keeps it away from Retigliano. Janisi overskates. Loeb cuts down to the corner. Centers it. Comes all the way through. Retigliano. Forced back. Keeps it moving. A pass, though, deflects at the line, and it's just hammered down the ice wide of the goal, and it will be an icing. Sachem starting to dial up the pressure here on the forecheck. After a majority of this period so far has been in their own zone. We'll have an offensive zone face-off. To the right of Mascati, Retigliano will take it. Tried to go forward with it, but it's won by the Tigers. To the line, not out. Loeb holds it in, takes a shot. It hit a man in front. Goes to the corner. Pops out to the slot. Only white jerseys there. And it's Algieri. Laid offside. And they touch up. Fasaro takes a bump into the linesman. Puck in the air. Fasaro. Shot goes wide that time from Cohen. Algieri had to step up deep. Pietro knocked it around him, and it skitters over the line. Retigliano, pressure by Worrell. Good head fake that time. He gets through. He gets tripped, and Sachem will go to the power play. Retigliano's been everywhere tonight. He draws the tripping call. 4:45 left, second period. It's Fasaro to the box. Still a one-goal game. Sachem pressing now for that insurance goal, which the way this game has gone will be a very big goal. A big hit delivered behind the play, and that looks like that'll do it for the Sachem power play. Behind the net, DiGiacomo's going to go. So you put a hard check into Fernandez. Bit too hard there, and 15 seconds into the penalty. We'll play 4 aside. A lot of room out there to operate now for both sides. Both teams put their big guns out there, looking for an ever so important goal. Hesse across for Saguna. Payton's out there as well. Hesse trying to catch up to it. Hesse, a sticklet, moves in and scores! A 4-on-4 goal, second of the game for Zachary Hesse, 2-0 Sachem. Just using his speed again. Gets the stick lift. Turns it into a mini breakaway that time. And just under the glove of Moscati. That's a huge goal in this hockey game now. So it's an insurance goal. Goal is hard to come by here for both teams. Zachary Hesse was pretty snake-bitten to start the season. 2 goals and 2 assists. Has exploded here with 2, and now Payton. Payton, a nice move, couldn't catch up to it on the other side. We're still 4 aside here, 4 minutes left in the period. Now the Reese pass taken away by Hesse, and he works in. Hesse to the backhand. Hesse gets the shot away, but ran out of room. Stays with the puck. Up top, Saguna, cross ice, DiPietro. Steps in, high shot, hit Payton. Payton, his shot gets blocked. Siek trying to get through Hesse, could not. Payton on for Saguna. Siek with the check on him. Henderson trying to wrestle it away, could not. Half a minute left on the penalty against Fisaro. Then it will be about a 15-second power play for Northport Huntington, as they now trail by 2. Hesse 1-on-3. Lost his footing, lost the puck. 3 minutes left here in the second. Reese charges ahead. Retigliano trying to lift his stick, could not. Reversed around to the near side. A vacant left point. Henderson gets on it. Brief power play now for Northport Huntington as that shot stopped. Held in. 10 seconds left on their power play. And Reese cross ice. Junkins. High shot over the goal. 2 seconds and 1. Back to 5 aside. Now the Reese centers off his skate. And right through the blue paint. And Sachem unable to clear. Puck stays in. Portanova wraps it around. Siek waiting for it. Sends it back down. Siek, another player. Just 2 goals, no assists on the season so far. Hunter, the steal. Can he catch up to it? Nope, it rolls in on Moscati, who will cover. So after all that, 1 goal on the board, and second of the game for Hesse. Exactly 2 minutes left. 2-minute warning here in the second period. Christopher Saguna gets the lone assist on that second goal. Tigers come back in. A late goal here for them. Can certainly swing the momentum of this hockey game going into the third period. Fernandez flips it wide. Janisi gets on it. Tries to wrap it in front. Had a man, and it was fanned on in tight. That was Worrell. Not sure if his stick was tied up there. Mikowski dumps it in. Freusch all the way around. Fernandez holds it in, just flips it down low. Mikowski trying to find it. Does. Backhand denied by Walsh. Walsh, another big save. Keeps the Tigers off the board. Now out in front. Moscati's got to hold his post. He does. 60 seconds left in the period. Janisi trying to get it through. DiPietro could not. Did clear the zone. Sachem has to touch up. Fernandez backhands it on for Peter Mikowski. Comes out for Loeb. Patrick Loeb checked. Fernandez backtracks in his own end. 30 left in the period. Gets by Mikowski. Back out Saguna. We'll go back for DiPietro. Pass on to Loeb. Loeb over the line. Nice move. Lost the handle. It still worked out in front. They score. Loeb with a nice dangle. He lost the handle. Doesn't matter. 3-0 Sachem. That's going to be Sean Feely. Back-to-back games with a goal for number 92, who was able to find the loose change in front and sneak it 5-hole on Moscati with just 11.3 left in the period. Fired down the ice by Payton, no icing. And a very even second period. The only 2 goals, though, come for Sachem. Hesse second of the game during 4-on-4 hockey. And then in the dying second, Sean Feely. Do the Tigers have a comeback in them? They've had their chances. Michael Walsh has stood tall. 3-0 Sachem. 15 minutes remaining right here on LI Sports Network. Yep. "15 minutes, all that's remaining here between Sachem and Northport Huntington at the JV level. Tigers looking for their first win on the season. They're 15 minutes away from dropping to 0-6-1. See if they could pull off the comeback. Michael Walsh has been outstanding tonight for Sachem. On the other side, Rex Moscati has been great as well. But Zachary Hesse has had 2 goals, and then the finishing touches on that second period from Sean Feely have Sachem in front 3-0. So they look for their second consecutive victory. Puck ends up on net. Walsh covers. Brady Campbell with you alongside Wally Mitchell on the camera. Feely's goal assisted by Patrick Loeb. Puck goes wide here. Worrell tries to center, and the man in front, it gets through. Walsh the save. Boys, he made the saves when he's had to. Meanwhile, that's goal number 3 on the year for Feely. Fasaro was denied in tight that time. Point blank from the slot. Pressure this time. Hunter took the puck away. Fasaro for Worrell. Over the line, Alexander Worrell. His backhands one down low. Picked off by Saguna. Wraps it around the boards. Finn Driscoll waiting for it. Gave it away. Payton. Ritigliano, 2-on-1. Matarese gets tied up and turned around. Ritigliano, bar down but out. He went high glove. He beat Moscati, not the iron. DiPietro steps in. Wrister, bar down, score! If at first you don't succeed, try again. 2 bar down, snipes that one, finds the back of the net. Here's the first look from Ritigliano. Somehow that one stays out. This time though, great vision from D to D. Saguna to DiPietro. And he wired that one. It may have been deflected out high. Either way, 4-0 now. That puck goes wide from Feely. Loeb. Kreusch goes down the ice. Portanova will backtrack on it. Quinn with the pressure, ties him up. Quinn out in front, chipped over the net. Back in front, another try from Cormac Driscoll doesn't get through. Tigers have had their chances, unable to solve Walsh. Deflected, no icing. Feely the pressure. Northport Huntington looking to clear. DiPietro, back-to-back games with a goal for him as well. Hesse, down low. Siak gets to it, around the boards, waiting for it is Saguna. For Kane. DiPietro. Hesse. Down low, good puck movement here by Sachem. At the very least, eating some clock here, just over 12 minutes left. He's just out, offside. Sachem touches up. Skied out to center, Janisi behind the defense. It hit off his skate. But Saguna able to win the race. Janisi lifts his stick. Now Mikowski off the bench. Keeps the play alive. Janisi down low, power move towards the front. Great defensive stick by DiPietro. Doing it at the full 200 feet here tonight. Here's Declan Kane trying to split through. Does. Couldn't catch up to it though. Algieri on the back check nearly gave it away to Feely. Shot from the point deflected by Junkins. Moscati had to make the save and did. Hesse. Toe drag at the line. Hesse. So to circle his shot off the stick of Junkins, this time wide. Feely. Separated from the puck. Portanova holds it in. Janisi steps up. Feely has time in the slot. Takes the shot. Right pad save Moscati. Kreusch keeps it alive for a moment. Then it's fired down the ice. And that'll be icing. Jake DiPietro's second goal of the season, assisted by Tyler Payton and Christopher Saguna. .57 left here, regulation time. Down the ice, this one, does it have enough juice? It does, icing. Back-to-back icings here for a Tigers team that might be starting to run out of gas here. Sachem, 2 late goals in the second, and now one here early in the third. Starting to pull away. Tigliano and Janisi to take the face-off. Janisi won it back. Pass to him, or Tigliano got in the way. Janisi digs it out from his skates. Harassed from behind by Hunter. Still works through it. Janisi gets taken down. We play on. Henderson, hard check delivered on him that time by DiPietro. Rutigliano skates it ahead. Over the line, this is offside as Hunter was in ahead of the play. Face-off control by the Tigers, but the pass picked off that time. D to D once again from Saguna to DiPietro. And the Tigers stage a comeback for the ages here as we hit 10 minutes left in regulation. Loeb with Hesse ahead. Loeb powers past Matarese. Centers, only white jerseys in the way. Saguna plays catch with Hesse. Hesse looking back door. Had Feely, but it was picked off by Driscoll. Hops the stick of Fasaro and out. Saguna for Hesse. Just able to weave his way past Fasaro, maintain his footing. Hesse dips the shoulder, takes it wide. Has Portanova out high, fanned on the shot. Here's Cohen. On for Fasaro, puts it deep. Whirl back for Fasaro in the corner to a vacant spot behind the goal. 9 minutes left here in the third period. Battle, Driscoll, shot wide. From the point, Matarese gets around Hesse. And then Portanova with the check on him. Hesse 3-on-3 brings it in. Hesse takes it wide. Centers in front, they score. Marked down an assist for Zachary Hesse and marked down the second goal of the game for Sean Feely. Feely able to stuff that one just under that left pad. And that's likely the dagger for Sachem with 8:33 remaining. Back-to-back wins now, and don't look now, but Sachem starting to climb back into the thick of things as they'll improve to 2-5. Want to get some momentum heading into a matchup against Ward Melville. That should be an interesting one. That game will be November the 12th at 9 p.m. Northport Huntington next in action November the 10th, 7:50 against Smithtown Hauppauge Blue, who just picked up their first win last night. Kreusch. Cross corner, Kane. Fanned on the pass towards the front. Number 37 lifts the stick of number 37. Fernandez on Kane. And a stretch pass from Cormac Driscoll out of the reach of Quinn. Deflected, no icing. Fernandez kept it alive for a moment. And was able to bring it in before he was knocked down by Anthony Portanova. Kane, Fernandez knocked off his stick down the ice, icing against Sachem. Face off to the right of Walsh. Only remaining question, can the Northport Huntington Tigers solve Walsh, avoid getting shut out for the third time this season? We get a penalty. I don't think that's going to help. It's against Northport Huntington. That's head contact against Quinn. So the power play goes Sachem. And Quinn's night might be over. Worrell's going to go to the box to serve the penalty. Head contact. Usually more than 2 minutes. Wait the official call here. Or excuse me, it is a 2-minute penalty, but Quinn will be in there for the rest of the game. Cleared out by the Tigers. Halfway through the third period, Sachem with 2 goals here in the final frame have the 5-0 lead. Hesse cutting in front, Saguna, he scores. Great little play there on the power play, and Sachem tacks on another. Watch the defenseman creep down right there on the right of your screen. Hesse's able to find him, and he goes high blocker. Chilly tonight for Sachem. So it's a game misconduct as well for Quinn. Even if it was just a 10-minute, his game would be over. $6-0 lead for Sachem. Here's Hesse. He wants a third goal. Takes it to the corner, takes a check, stays with it. Henderson all over him. Loeb digs it free. Pinballing around, Hesse finds it on goal, save Moscati. Mikowski. Loeb with the steal. Puck available, and now Loeb takes it and starts ahead. Shot on. Is stopped and cleared back out by Northport Huntington. They have had 3 games where they've scored 3 goals this season. Doesn't look like that'll happen. Blocker save Moscati on Kane. They've also had 2 where they have not found the back of the net. Here's Kane, full head of steam over the line. Declan Kane, shot on off the glove of Marks Moscati, who makes the save. Score sheet might not necessarily show it, but as good as Michael Walsh has been, Rex Moscati has made some important saves, keeping his team in the hockey game for as long as he could. Mather-Reese over the line. Mather-Reese puts that one wide. Oh, big check delivered that time by Kane. On Lippiello. Shot from the outside, stopped by Moscati, left behind the net. Fernandez flips it ahead. Back down low, and the Reese gets to it with 4.5 remaining. The Tigers start back out. First one on it here will be Worrell. Leaves it behind. Payton gets to it, drops it off for Feely. Feely stretch pass. And the defenseman up on the play again in Saguna. Cuts back. Mather-Reese all over him, separates him from the puck. Went to pass it to Lippiello, though, who stumbled down to the ice, and that allows Feely to take possession back. This pass deflected by Worrell. Then put a shoulder into DiPietro, knocked the stick right out of his hands. Takes a moment to collect himself before getting back into the play. Takeaway. Pass in front. Worrell denied in tight. Not sure if it ever got through. Siak to the point, Mather-Reese. Lost the handle, stripped by Retigliano, and he's in alone on a breakaway, and he scores. Well, the Reese went to shoot at the blue line. He didn't realize the puck was sliding off his stick. Retigliano able to get in front of it. Makes the house call to make it 7-0. Pretty tight one here until the third period as Sachem has been able to pull away. 3:25 left. Felt that it was only a matter of time before number 45 found the score sheet. Just a solid 200-foot player for the Sachem team. Collision there allows Fasaro to skate in. He has Driscoll going to the goal. Fasaro. Walsh got a piece. Chopping at it, Ronan Driscoll. Loeb takes a hit as he's able to knock it out. Stick taken right out of his hand. Retigliano gave it a run. Great defensive play that time by Ronan. Now Cormack. Croix stepped in front of him. All the way around. Loeb nearly put it to his own bench that time. By Finn Driscoll. All three Driscolls out there right now. With Siak and Fasaro. Loeb separated from the puck. Retigliano, though, in to help, and eventually it's cleared back out. Kane. Pass across Hunter. Pops off his stick. Retigliano gets to it. Couldn't get through. Off the glass and down. No icing. Saguna doesn't seem to agree with the call, but that'll run more time off the clock for his team with 2 minutes remaining. Retigliano. Here's Hunter. Over the line, takes the shot, goes wide, chopped at, stays in play, gets past Kane, and settles in neutral ice. Loeb on for Retigliano. Gets around Henderson. There's it down the ice, 90 seconds left. Driscoll around for Kane. That's to keep the play alive there. Goes cross ice. Finn Driscoll skates it ahead. Moving in. Puck pinballs around. Payton chops it back out. Driscoll. Flips it down the ice. SC with 60 seconds on the clock. What a night he's had. This could be the game that really gets him going, along with his team, as they'll win their second straight after dropping their first 5. Pass on for Payton. He's one-on-one here against Junkins. Has a teammate, Hesse, put it a bit too far, still got the shot away. And Mosconi made the save, hugging his post. Mikowski chips it out. Final half minute. Mikowski around Portanova, stays with it. Throws it to the corner. Henderson gets there. All the way out for Algieri. Towards the goal, blocked down by Hesse. As Feelian, a yard sale that time. Hesse at the stick, checked right out of his hands by Algieri. Payton in the final seconds gets it deep, and a statement here by Sachem. Perhaps they are back 7-0 winners tonight over Northport Huntington. After dropping 5 straight, they pick up back-to-back victories. 2 goals from Sean Feely, the first 2 goals from Zachary Hesse, a shutout for Michael Walsh. We'll drop Northport Huntington to 0-6-1 as they'll look to rebound against Smithtown Hauppauge Blue. Sachem now 2-5. They got Warren Melville up next and looking to ride this wave of momentum as they try to get right back into the swing of things. Thank you so much for joining us here on the South Rink. Tune into the North Rink final game of the night. Travis Quigley will take you the rest of the way with Paul Trentini on the camera. Varsity hockey over there. And it is West Islip against Patchogue Medford. But thank you so much for joining us here on the South Rink. For Wally Mitchell on the camera. For Magnus Healy, who was with us earlier tonight, calling the games and running the board. I'm Brady Campbell signing off. The final score, Sachem 7. Northport Huntington Tigers, nothing. You've been tuned into the Suffolk County High School Hockey League right here on the LI Sports Network. Have a great night.